Hi there, Serial Trader here. I see a nice setup forming here on an altcoin, so I'd like to just make a mention of it. And this is a chart of CND USD. I think it actually only trades, at least on Binance, where I look at it, against BTC, but you can chart it against USD. So that's what I've done here. And this is a weekly chart, and we got it in log scale because the percentage changes are so large that if you don't have it in log scale, it looks just too funky. But in log scale, looks good. And so obviously we have a major low here, March 2020. Lots of things have major lows during that period. But my focus here is just the overall look. And I think, well, a few things going on. So I think we have a potential inverse head and shoulders formation here, right? So this is left shoulder, head, right shoulder. These two yellow lines, I would kind of define that as the neckline area or neckline zone, which lines up with some prior resistance levels. So kind of confirmation of this pattern would be starting to break above those horizontal neckline areas. And let me get rid of this little scribble. And obviously the suggestion would be eventually new highs, potentially substantial new highs. So that would be above, around 38 cents or so. Right now we're sitting around just under, well, under 2 cents, 0.018. And also kind of from an Elliott wave point of view, other than this inverse head and shoulders setup, we have a potential initial impulse wave up here and corrective wave down, and then we'd be looking for further development in some sort of a 5-wave sequence to the upside, right? So maybe here we're in like wave 1 and 2 of that larger third, potentially, is where we're at. So yeah, this isn't the kind of thing you can really trade too effectively with any kind of reasonable stop because it moves so much and it's not that liquid yet. But it's something, you know, you could throw $1,000 in. My take on this sort of thing, throwing $1,000 or whatever amount of money is, you know, not too substantial for you, and you might 10x it or something. And if it doesn't work out well, it's not a very large position in the first place, right? So even if we just go back up to that prior high, which I think is, you know, very minimal target for this pattern once it gets going, you likely make new highs. But just going back to the old high, let's say 38 cents from 2 cents. I mean, that's a pretty good percentage increase, percentage gain. Let me get out that tool just to illustrate it. So let's say you got in here at 0.018 and we go up to 38 cents roughly, okay, that prior high area. You know, you're looking at like 2,000%, okay? So even 2,000% on a relatively small amount, that could be quite nice. And if you're wrong, well, you can only lose maximum 100%, and I don't think this thing's going to go to zero. It is a legitimate project, and some people like it. But if it goes to zero, I mean, 100% loss versus 2,000% or more upside, I think that deserves a small position at least. But I just thought I'd point out there, caught my eye. Probably a lesser known altcoin, which actually I like. It's not on most people's radar yet, so nice to get in before it gets popular and overpriced and overbought, right? All right, that's all. Serial Trader signing off.